Hey guys, day 200. It's about 4 in the morning. I crashed really early last night, about, I don't know, 8:30, so I got plenty of sleep. Figured I would take you guys through the new laptop. I spent a couple hours here setting it up, and it only took that long because it came with all the crap pre-installed and Windows 8, and it's horrible. I love Windows 7. I run that on my main system. I run Windows 7 Professional with 32 gigs of RAM on the desktop there. So I didn't feel like downgrading it to Windows 7 because I'm not using this for full production. It's very limited. What I'm primarily concerned with is battery life and overall responsiveness. And that's really about it. I'm not doing any photo editing, no video work, so nothing super heavy duty. But I got it on sale for $400. It was regularly $449. And so that's a smoking deal. You know, I'm kind of frugal with my computer stuff. I buy what I need and really no more, and I know what a good deal is. The only thing I'm going to be doing to it is adding another 4 gigs of RAM. It came with 4, and I'm going to max it out at 8 because that does make an appreciable difference. Now at this price point, you don't get anything super fancy, so you're stuck with a mechanical hard drive, and that is definitely the bottleneck of this system. If I threw an SSD in here, this would absolutely fly. I'll do it in the future when the prices come down, but right now, this has a 640 in it, which is more than I need. I would, at the minimum, put in a 256, but I'd really like to put in a 500 gig. They're starting to come down in price. I mean, they're hovering about 350, 400 for a really good one now, so that's not too bad, but I don't want to put that much into a $400 laptop. That doesn't make any sense. I could do a 256 now. You can catch them on a good sale for about 150, 160. But it's not quite enough. I'd rather not limit myself to that amount of storage. Sometimes I do need the space when I travel. So anyway, like I said, it came with a standard 4 gigs, and I ordered another one from Newegg for $32 shipped. So that'll max it out. And when you're doing that, all you have to do is match the type of RAM that you're putting in. You don't have to replace it with the same factory part or anything. What I did is I just looked up the part number, verified the speed. Some of them will spell everything out on the label here. This one didn't. I just needed to make sure. This tells me the cast latency. What you need to know are 3 things when you order in RAM for a laptop. Number 1, the size. This is a 4 gig assembly, a 4 gig stick. And you need to know the speed. And this is, well, it does tell me, but I didn't see it there. It tells me it's a 1600 speed. And then the cast latency, which is another speed indicator. I won't get too technical, but you need to know those 3 things when you're ordering. So I got one coming in, and I'll tell you what, my perfect laptop would be a mix of Macs and PCs, because there's things I like and don't like about all of them. We've got all in the family here. My wife loves her MacBook Pro. I can't stand it. But this is one huge advantage over working on a Mac. One screw to take out any of this. RAM, processor, optical drive, which the Mac doesn't even have, Wi-Fi, battery, one screw. That's all you need. So I'm going to stick this back in here carefully with one hand. All you do is give a little snug down push, clip it into place, and that's good to go. Real easy here with the cover. On the MacBook, I have to have a special driver, and there's about a dozen screws or so. This one little spring-loaded screw, super easy, normal Phillips, and that's it. That's all she wrote. Just pop the battery back in, good to go. So let's power it up here. Like I said, the first thing I did, oh, you can see me, hi, is get rid of all the crap I hate about Windows 8 and make it like Windows 7. And it's not just the way things look. It's the way things operate. I got rid of all the crap like the Charms bar, the lock screen. I don't use that Metro interface crap. This is not a tablet, this is a computer. So bam, there we go. Even with a mechanical hard drive, I've got the boot time way down. You can't beat that. Like I said, with an SSD, this thing would absolutely fly. So the first thing I do, I'm not going to walk you through all the nitty-gritty details, but I'll give you some big ones here, big tip. One very cool thing, it's a program called Start 8. And it does a lot of the work for you. It's only $5. It's $4.99. Well, it's $5.35 with tax here in Florida. But it gives you, oh look, the start menu back. Yes, this is Windows 8. Okay, this is the crap that Windows 8 normally has. Your stupid Metro interface. What do they call it now? I can't even remember. I don't care. It's crap. I mean, I spent some time here undeleting, uninstalling a whole bunch of these crap live tiles and apps. This is basically like if you had a tablet, you can install apps to this. You get like 2 operating systems with Windows 8. This one is designed for touchscreens. This is not a touchscreen. I don't want it to be a touchscreen. Touchscreens look like crap. I want a normal productive desktop. So normally when you boot up Windows 8, you're stuck with this. And then you have to come down here and go to your desktop. Well, not mine. Mine goes right just like Windows 7 to a normal computer. I get my start menu back. You don't have this at all. Excuse me, my voice is going. You don't have this at all in Windows 8. This is all from Start 8. And it works exactly like Windows 7. Alright, it's absolutely perfect. It's $5, like I said. Get it. Everybody with a normal computer with Windows 8 should own this program. It is a no-brainer, okay? So that takes care of the vast majority of the crap I hate about Windows 8. The other is the way it looks. Alright, Windows 8 has that stupid pastel, plain, flat look to it, the theme. And Windows 7 has this nice, semi-transparent, you can see through the menus and the borders, and it's rounded. I mean, it just looks more professional, more set up. And that was a free download. You can get that at DeviantArt. So that's a nice theme pack. Okay? That takes care of most of what else I like. I do prefer the arrow theme, the arrow look where it's the transparent glass. However, I found that some programs that's also a free program if you want to run that. But some things like iTunes didn't work well with it. It's in beta. So I just uninstalled it. This, good enough, I'm done. Good to go. Other than that, lots of tweaks. I turn off System Restore. I turn off search and indexing because on a non-SSD that really kills performance. Take my recycle bin down to a 2 gig limit my IE cache size. I run Google Chrome, Mozilla Thunderbird for mail. I find those two are by far the best browser and web clients, and I've got iTunes on here, and that's all I've done so far. I basically cleaned it. I got it down to a base system. Now I got to put in my bookmarks, import them from my desktop, sign into all my accounts, that kind of stuff, and install Lightroom. I got to calibrate the screen, and that's about it. I mean, that's basically what I run normally. This is going to be my new studio computer and what I use out back when I do video reviews. The primary reason why I needed this was because the battery life just wasn't good enough in my old one. I'm still going to keep the 15 because it might be better for travel. It's light. It's actually lighter than my 15, but it's a little big. May not need all this. The sound in it is excellent. I was really impressed by it. It's not as good as a MacBook Pro by any means. I haven't found any PCs that are. However, it was one of the best sounding PCs that they had there. Keyboard, it's okay. The responsiveness is good. I wish it was backlit, but again, you don't get any of those fancy features in a cheap PC. So I'm okay with that. I don't really use it in the dark that much. The spacing, because they did put in a full keyboard and a numpad, which is good, I like that, but some things got squished just a little bit. I have to adjust my typing on it. Like when I hit enter, I'm hitting the 4 sometimes. When I hit P, I'm hitting this bracket a lot. For some reason, it's over maybe a good ½ inch, so I'm not quite used to that yet. I just got to shift my hand over a little bit. The spacebar also is a little short, and I'm hitting Alt. So, it'll take a little getting used to. Not a big deal whatsoever, but it does feel good. It's the typical chiclets. It's got a good feel. A little spongy give. They have a little side-to-side wobble, so they're comfortable. They're not firm, very light touch, pretty much like a MacBook Pro, but not as firm. If you really light key them, they make that little click noise. Where the MacBook, it's just got a better quality to it. Touchpad, I can't say I'm really in love with it. It has a texture. I would have preferred it smooth. My old one is smooth. MacBooks are smooth. You know, I like that more glass surface. And it's glitched a couple times. It runs this, the Synaptics app that controls it. And I did set all that up because it was set up more for like a mini touchpad. So you had gestures and 2 fingers to scroll and all that kind of stuff, and I don't like any of that. So I just configured it back to a normal touchpad where I can scroll on the side like a center mouse wheel. But it glitches. Well, at least it did. I was in the middle of a ton of setup and everything. I really haven't started to use it yet. So I'm not going to complain about that. That might have just been because I was in the middle of configuring and installing stuff and rebooting and all that. But it's just got that texture to it. I would have preferred it like glass. Not a huge deal though. The buttons are good. Good tactile feedback. Not too firm. It's got all these smudges because I haven't cleaned it up from all that sticker juice. All the protective film was on it. And it's got a 16:9 screen. Also at 1600 by 900. So I like that. It's a TN panel. Like I said, you don't get anything fancy. Definitely not as good as an IPS that you would get on the MacBook Pro or high-end $1,000+ laptop. But it's not bad. It'll be a lot better when I calibrate it. The main thing is the brightness is not very uniform. You do get that band right in the middle. But that is typical of any TN panel. Colors look decent. Very good brightness. It's on half brightness now because it's on battery. I know you're not going to see it in the video anyway because it'll auto-adjust, but brightness is more than enough. And this is brighter than my old one on full right now, and it's at half. So that's that. Figured I'd give you guys a look. And for $400, I am not complaining whatsoever. Like I said, I needed it mainly for battery life, and I've got that presentation coming up where I'm going to be using it with a projector for 2 hours. So my old one wouldn't have even worked. I would have had to have it plugged in. And I don't know if I'm going to have a power drop where I'm going to have the podium. So, alright, got my setup finalized here. Got the screen calibrated. Now it looks absolutely awesome. Turn the brightness way down to correct levels. Just like a TV, they're set way bright from the factory. And I was saying I like pluses and minuses about both platforms. This is one minus for just about every PC out there is the power connector. And I'll tell you, Apple must have a serious tight grasp on that maglock patent because they have the best power cords in the industry. This one, it's okay, it's typical, but I've had to replace and fix a lot of these for clients. It's just a tiny little, hollow connector, and it's got some wiggle to it. My old one in the 15 was thicker, had a more secure connection in there, but yeah, they were all like this. I mean, it's not broken or anything, it's just the way it is. But man, the Apple connectors, absolutely flawless. If you're not familiar with them, they're not a plug, they are magnetic, and it just kind of sticks to the side. So if you accidentally yank on the cable, it doesn't rip your laptop off the table, it just disconnects. It's just awesome. So you don't have any of this. Pretty much every one I've had to repair has been from somebody tripping on the cable. And then it cracks the case, or I have to desolder and resolder in a new internal connector, or they've split this. And I usually end up getting a universal power adapter because they're like $30, and these are usually 60 or 65 from factory replacement, which is stupid. But got everything set up here. I like my taskbar at the top. That's one thing I do like about OS X is everything at the top. And I'm good to go here. Just need to install some software like Lightroom and Photoshop, but that's nothing critical. I'm good to go to work. I'm going to be doing a cigar review here in a bit. Take this out back and see how it performs, see what kind of battery life. I've got it 100% charged, so I know what time I got out of the old one. I would typically be at, like, it would shut itself off probably about 50% of the time, so about an hour and a half at the most. And I'm just out there doing surfing and some emails and typing and stuff. I could barely watch a half hour of YouTube and it would suck the whole battery, so it was not usable. This one says up to 4 hours. Did it say 4 or 6? I don't know. It was the highest number they had for the budget laptops. So we'll see what I actually get. I usually count on cutting whatever they say in half. Just like a phone, they say up to 24-hour standby time. Well, usage, that means like 5 or 6 if you're actually streaming videos or something. So yeah, I'm just about done here with product prep. I'm down to, what do we got? 7 boxes left. So I'm just going to wrap these up and then go out and shoot a video. It's almost 6 o'clock, so we should have the sun up pretty soon. It'll be another Breaking Dawn video.
Oh, and I meant to say, it's going to sound strange, but I'm really glad all the other guys flaked out, because I never would have met this guy. He's not only an awesome contractor, I can see him and his wife becoming friends. They are really cool people. She was over this morning for a little while, and I'm just digging. He's a cigar smoker, so is his dad, so I hooked them up when he left today. He was going over to the VFW to do some work with his dad there, and I hooked them up for tonight. I'll give him a nice sampler pack, of course, when he's done, but always good to meet a fellow brother of the leaf. And yeah, so I'll see if he wants to be on camera, and I'll do kind of a little promo for him at the end if he wants to. We'll see. Some people are shy. Alright, well, the sun is just barely up. Looks brighter on the phone here than it actually is. I've got my studio lights on too, so I'm brighter. But I'm out here doing a nice cigar video. Picked a good one for the morning. I've got a acid Cuba Deluxe, so nothing that's going to knock my socks off. But I had to get that out today. I know that once my guy Andrew gets here, it's going to be construction, and I'm not going to have time to sit here and do a review for a couple hours. So I'm doing it before he gets here. It's, I don't know, what time is it? Can't see my clock right now. It's 7:15, so he won't be here till 9, so I'll have a chance to finish all this up and get a little more photography work done while nobody's calling me and emailing me. Oh, I love this laptop, by the way.
Just out here doing my thing, and it's just pumping away. Battery is barely ticked. I've been out here for about 45 minutes so far, and it shows 4 hours, 42 minutes remaining, and I've been streaming video, so absolute perfection. It was a 6-hour battery after all, so realistically, you're talking about, I would guess, 4+ hours of actual movies or, intensive processing. So very, very, very happy. Oh, and I want to give a little plug to this guy here. His channel is called Cereal Marshmallows. He's kind of like me. He's my age, and he's all over the place with his projects, and I can tell we're a lot alike. He's got his main channel here, Cereal Marshmallows, where he actually sells, I think that was probably his first little venture, the marshmallows that you get in cereal, like Lucky Charms, those little shaped marshmallows. Well, he sells bags of them. If you want to add them to whatever cereal or ice cream or whatever you want to put them in, he sells them. I guess you can't get them anywhere else. I think he ordered some huge ass batch of them, so he's got a big supply to go through. But his main business, as far as I can tell, is a very large used car lot, multiple physical lots, but he does this cool channel, and his website there is oneownercarguy.com, and his little niche is he buys these cars that are older, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, sometimes 90s, that have only had preferably one owner. So they've got original miles, they're in for their age, exceptional shape, and he details them all on YouTube. Plus, he gets tons of cool little stuff about, you know, car tips and car maintenance and all kinds of interesting stuff. He's kind of like me, you know, with my guy stuff and my HLO and my cigar reviews and cooking and all kinds of stuff. He's got a wide variety of really interesting stuff. So I've been subscribed to him for about a month, and I really enjoy his stuff. He's got a great personality and really good video production quality and awesome videos. I mean, some are really funny, some are just interesting, and I love cars, you know. If you're a car guy, you're going to love his channel. And then he's got a bunch of other channels. I'm not subscribed to those, but you can check them all out. He's got them in his description and stuff. But Cereal Marshmallows is his YouTube channel, so just search for that and give him a subscription. Tell him I said hi. Well, there's not much more left in here. These two cement boards are extra, and they were going to be able to go back. And I've got a bunch of these black marble tiles that'll go back, so probably get a good 70 or 80 bucks so far to return. But today's going to be a big tile day. Oh, and here's my guy. Woohoo! Well, this one is going back. There's definitely a problem with the touchpad. After about a half an hour, it starts to go flaky, kind of like a button stuck around, and it just doesn't respond. I can move my finger and I can go into the diagnostics and see it's responding. But the cursor doesn't move. It jumps. Sometimes it right clicks randomly. It definitely is something wrong because I just threw it up, left it, just started clicking around, doing normal stuff, and it just goes flaky kind of randomly. So, doing a full reset here. Well, it's a short work day. It's 1 o'clock. He got in 2.5 hours of work and had to leave. He had an emergency with his dad, but got the electrical just about sorted out. It's got a new line dropped in that's going to go for the light bar. It'll be at the top over the mirror. And we were putting in the cabinet here. It looked really nice. Looks even nicer out of the box. I mean, it looked nice in Home Depot, but I love the color. It's nothing expensive. It's obviously not solid wood, but it's got nice hinges, real smooth, quiet, and a slow close drawer for towels and stuff. And the top looked really nice. So that'll really pop with the marble. I'm excited to see it. He put in another layer. Can't really see it in there, but there's another layer of Quikrete setting for the shower. So it'll be ready for tile tomorrow. Hopefully. Said it'll be back at 8. So I'm almost done resetting that laptop, and then I'm going to go back to Sam's and continue on with photography. Hi, Chloe. How you doing? You shy? Alright, let's try that again. Now, this is another reason why I love Sam's Club. No hassle electronics returns. No restock fees, even if I just didn't like it. Wanted another one, just wanted a refund, whatever. They don't care. No problem. A lot easier than Best Buy, CompUSA, or having to ship it back somewhere. You know, they may not have a great selection. They only have like 10 or 12 at a time, but they're all decent to good laptops and computers. They got some of those too. It's not like Walmart where they carry a bunch of crap or stuff that's just produced for Walmart, you know, really low-end stuff. Sam's carries totally normal stuff. So, very nice, very easy. Hopefully this works. Take me a few hours to find out. The roof is still slowly dripping. It hasn't rained in days. So this is just residual that's been up there. I found out this water is not coming through the conduit. It's wicking right off the side. These are steel bars. This is aluminum. These steel bars must have water sitting in a channel. You can see it sort of right up there. That's just from surface tension coming down this conduit. But I don't know how long it's going to take to get this water out. It's driving me crazy. And like I said, I hosed the crap out of it. I put at least 50 gallons up there, and it didn't speed up at all. So it's just driving me crazy because I don't know for sure if it's fixed. I won't know until it stops. and then if it starts again, I know it's not. But if it stops and then I hose it, or it rains again and it doesn't, then I know it's fixed. That's the only thing I can do. I was trying to think of how to get this water out faster, but the problem is I'm not sure exactly how it's all sitting up there. I don't know what the top side of these panels actually looks like. And it's really hard to gauge if it's even slowing down. I think it is. This one here, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drips, and I want to say that had 7 the other day. So 2 of those might have dried up. This one, it's never really quit. That's the fastest one. And then this one over here has 3. It's got 1 that's hitting that towel down there on the ground, and then I have to keep switching these out too. I've already ruined a few towels. I'm just chucking them outside because they're nasty. So they're going in the trash. We got plenty of towels. And I got 2 that are hitting this one here. So, yep, one just went. I don't know. I don't know. Can't really think of anything. I mean, yeah, those of you that have said beware of mold and everything, I agree. I mean, the top side of this is probably really ugly, but there's no way to get it down without ripping the entire roof off and redoing the whole thing. And I don't smell a thing. I mean, there's no, surprisingly, there's no mustiness or anything. The only smell was from that towel that I put outside. And once I put it out there, it went away. So, I don't know. It's slow, but it's still going. It's like day 4 without rain. It's still dripping.
But anyway, I am just about ready to crash here. I've been going since 2 in the morning, so I've been working about 13 hours, and day flew by. The new laptop's still doing its setup. I'm not going to be able to get to that this afternoon. I'm just too tired. So I'm going to at least take a nap. I'll probably be up late tonight, probably do another cigar video. Continue shooting. That's going very well. I'm all the way through the Opus X's, and they took a while because I'm really meticulous, and they have those beautiful heavy lacquered wood boxes, so I have to polish them, make sure there's no fingerprints on them or anything, take out all the inside stuff, and there's extra work that goes into some of those. So I'm all done with those. I'm on to the Hemingways now, which are also a beautifully presented, I can speak, a beautifully presented box and everything, but simpler. There's a lot of these that are going to go much quicker. The Opus X's were like some of the most intricate as far as the packaging. I'm not going to lie, the exercise has been taking a backseat past few days with everything that's going on. Don't really have an excuse. I'm just out of energy, out of time every day. You know, that's really it. I would love to go for a ride right now, but I'm just beat. Maybe I'll do it tonight. I don't know. No promises though. I'm being totally honest. I'm slacking off a little bit here, just trying to keep priorities straight. But I know, and the cooking, I'm getting bad about that too this past 3-4 days, because you know, with the guy here, we've been doing takeout lunch just so we can keep working and everything, and I haven't had any time to cook. You know, when I do these nice big meals, it's a 2, 3, 4 hour chunk of time. Have not had it in the last week solid. So my fridge has been kind of bare except for the yogurt, which is really awesome. And yeah, I just haven't had the big meals to heat up. So I don't know, I feel like I've put on a couple pounds in the last week again. So this project is really whacking things out of norm here. Can't wait until it's all done. It's going to be so nice. I'm really excited to see what it's going to look like, and I'm really excited to get through the rest of these cigars. And I've already got a couple projects lined up as soon as this is done, so you know, I've got like the entire month slammed already. So things are going good. Finally, progress. But yeah, I got to find some time to cook. I don't know, can I do it tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be a full day. He's coming at 8. I got to shoot. I just can't think of when I have half a day to spend cooking while I'm doing the shoot. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll figure something that's just quicker to do. But I gotta stop the takeout stuff. No more. It's convenient. There's a reason I'm doing it, but it's killing me otherwise. So anyway, I'm beat. Can't even think. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share it. See you later.